When people think of perfection, they picture flawless hair, tall stature, and sharp features, traits often tied to the so-called ideal human look. But not everyone fits that typical mold. There are some people who stand out in ways that are nothing short of astonishing, whether it's due to rare genetic quirks or extreme lifestyle decisions. From a man whose entire body is cloaked in hair to another born with his head seemingly upside down, these real-life individuals will leave you speechless. Get ready as we dive into 15 men you won't believe actually exist, starting with number 15, Anthony Lafredo. From a young age, Anthony had one goal: to look like something not of this world. While most kids dreamed of aliens, Anthony wanted to become one. And he didn't just imagine it. He made it a reality, and he changed everything about himself to get there. It began with tattoos. Not a few, but nearly his entire body. He even tattooed his eyeballs, turning them an eerie green. Still unsatisfied, he split his tongue in half, giving it a reptilian appearance. But he didn't stop. He removed both ears, got rid of his upper lip, and even cut off his nose. He later had subdermal implants inserted under his skin to shape his face into something more alien. His most extreme change? Well, you won't believe it, but this guy removed his own 2 fingers to give his hands a claw-like appearance. Today, Anthony Lafredo is completely unrecognizable. Some people are intrigued, others are disturbed, but no one forgets him. His lifelong obsession has turned him into one of the most radically altered humans on the planet. And let's be real, he looks cool. Number 14, Zion Clark. Zion was born without legs due to caudal regression syndrome, but he never saw it as a curse. At 29, he holds multiple Guinness World Records, wrestles professionally, competes in MMA, and dreams of qualifying for the Paralympics. Born in Columbus, Zion entered life facing rejection. Abandoned at birth and bounced through foster care for 16 years, he endured abuse, bullying, and instability. Then Kimberly Hawkins adopted him, and everything changed. Zion turned to wrestling. At first, he couldn't win a match, but by senior year, he racked up 33 victories to just 15 losses. In 2022, he stepped into the MMA cage and won his debut bout. In fact, even UFC icon Conor McGregor praised his explosiveness and precision. Zion also went to the 2024 Paris Paralympics, where he won against Brandon Hay. Now wishing to inspire others, Clark has become a keynote speaker where he shares the lessons he has learned throughout his life. Number 13, Claudio Vieira de Oliveira. When Claudio was born in Brazil, doctors believed he wouldn't survive. His head was upside down due to a rare condition, and his lips were severely misshapen. Doctors advised his mother not to feed him, assuming his life would be short and painful. But she refused to give up. She saw more than a condition. She saw her son's future. As Claudio grew, he shattered every single expectation. Despite the challenges of his condition, he learned to write, type, and study with his feet. He became a certified accountant and later a public speaker. His message is simple: never let looks or limitations define your worth. Claudio travels the world sharing his story, inspiring thousands with his resilience and determination. He's living proof that physical challenges do not determine a person's future. While others wrote him off before he could speak, Claudio rose beyond pity or doubt and built a life that continues to defy what most believed was possible. Number 12, Johnny Quinn. Well, this story is both heartbreaking and inspiring. At 21, Johnny's world turned upside down. A near-fatal motorcycle crash in 1998 left him with a mere 10% chance of survival. He beat the odds, but suffered deadly injuries. 2 shattered femurs, a broken arm, a fractured jaw, severe head trauma, and a spinal cord injury that left him paralyzed. Now confined to a wheelchair, Johnny refused to surrender. He replaced asphalt burns with iron discipline. Between pursuing higher education and building a strong career, he stumbled into wheelchair bodybuilding in 2001. By 2002, Johnny was competing at national events. His career skyrocketed from there. He claimed the NPC Wheelchair Nationals in 2003, 2004, 2007, 2009, 2010, and 2012, along with the 2005 NPC Greater Gulf States and the 2017 Lehigh Valley Championships. Johnny didn't just survive, he became a titan. His journey stands as a tribute to resilience, mental toughness, and what sheer determination can rebuild from near destruction. He is a real man. Number 11. Arlindo de Souza. In 2014, a Brazilian man took things to dangerous extremes to get the kind of arms most can only dream of. Desperate to bulk up fast, Arlindo injected his biceps with a risky homemade blend of alcohol and oil. The results were immediate. His arms ballooned to an astonishing 29 inches around, without hours in the gym. Inspired by his idol, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arlindo wanted the look of a bodybuilder without the grind. But this shortcut came with serious risks. Others who tried the same injections didn't survive. One of them was Arlindo's close friend Paulinho, who died after an infection caused by the same substance. Despite knowing the dangers, Arlindo pushed forward, willing to gamble his health for size. Though his arms might look impressive to some, doctors warn that these unnatural enhancements can lead to permanent damage, or worse. Arlindo's story is both captivating and cautionary, so never try it. Number 10. Yu Zhenhuan. Yu Zhenhuan was born in 1978 in Shenyang, a city in Liaoning Province, China. From the moment he was born, doctors noticed his body was covered in thick hair, something extremely rare. As he got older, the hair continued spreading, eventually covering nearly 96% of his body. His condition, called hypertrichosis, causes excessive hair growth in areas where most people have none. On average, he has 41 hairs per square centimeter of skin, ranking him among the hairiest individuals in the world. Growing up, Yu Zhenhuan faced many struggles. Other kids would stare or mock his appearance, making school and social life difficult. Still, he stayed determined to live normally. His parents supported him, but knew life would bring unique challenges. Clothes were hard to find due to the thick hair, and ear hair affected his hearing. In 2004, he underwent surgery to fix it. By age 6, he starred in A Hairy Child's Adventure. Later, he pursued music, playing saxophone and guitar. Laser treatments haven't stopped the growth. Number 9. Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez. From Venezuela comes Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez, a man whose feet are unlike anyone else's. He holds the Guinness World Record for the largest feet on a living person, with each measuring over 16 inches and requiring a staggering shoe size 26. His condition is the result of an overactive pituitary gland producing excess growth hormone, a challenge that shaped nearly every aspect of his life. Simple things, like buying shoes, were once daily struggles. Standard stores had nothing that could contain his enormous feet, leaving him to endure discomfort and even ridicule. But Jason transformed this challenge into recognition. Thanks to his world record, he now receives custom-made footwear designed to fit his unique frame. Beyond measurements and titles, his story reflects resilience, proof that even what seems like a burden can evolve into strength. Jason walks his path with confidence, a reminder that the human body, no matter how unusual, deserves celebration. All right, now, let's move to Number 8. Matthias Schlitter. In the small town of Haldensleben, Germany, Matthias Schlitter was born with a rare genetic condition that caused his right forearm bone to grow 33% larger than his left. What might have been viewed as an abnormality became his defining strength. Nicknamed Hellboy for his distinctive arm, Matthias embraced what set him apart and stepped into the high-pressure world of professional arm wrestling. At first, he faced doubt, whispers, and skepticism from those who assumed his arm was a weakness. But Matthias turned that difference into dominance. With years of training and fierce determination, he transformed into a champion, defeating seasoned opponents and earning global respect. His oversized arm, often compared to a real-life Popeye, became his greatest weapon, carrying him to international fame. Yet beyond titles, Matthias's journey is about self-acceptance and pride. He teaches that uniqueness isn't something to hide, it's something to wield. Strength, after all, isn't just in muscle and mass, but in mindset. Number 7. Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson stunned the world with a feature few would expect: his jaw. At just a teenager, Isaac earned a Guinness World Record for the largest mouth gape, stretching an astonishing 3.67 inches wide. His ability to open his mouth to such a degree set him apart, sparking both awe and curiosity wherever he went. For Isaac, what could have been treated as a quirk became a source of pride and global recognition. Videos of him showcasing this record-breaking gape went viral, drawing millions of views and turning him into an internet sensation. Some saw it as humorous, others as unbelievable, but for Isaac, it became a platform to embrace individuality. Beyond the spectacle, his story reminds people that even the most unconventional traits have value. Instead of shrinking under attention, he leaned into it, showing the world that uniqueness isn't something to be ashamed of. It's something that deserves applause. Number 6. Stephen Wiltshire. Stephen sees the world in a way few people can. While most need cameras or sketches to remember a place, he only needs one glance. Diagnosed with autism at a young age, Stephen didn't speak his first word, paper, until age 5. But while words were slow to come, drawing came naturally. As a child, he sketched animals, buildings, and faces with incredible accuracy. As he grew, his skills became undeniable. He could look at a city's skyline once and reproduce it down to every window and street corner. One of his most famous works came after a 20-minute helicopter ride over New York City. He recreated the entire skyline across a 16-foot canvas with perfect detail. He's done the same in cities around the world. Though he's earned international recognition, Stephen remains humble. He doesn't boast, he draws. With every pencil stroke, he reminds us that extraordinary gifts often come from the quietest minds. For Stephen, a glance is all it takes. Number 5. Charles Sogley. Charles Sogley, born in 1998, is known as the tallest man in Ghana, standing at a remarkable 7 feet 10 inches or 2.39 meters. For reference, the average height for men in Ghana is around 5 feet 4 inches or 1.63 meters, while women average approximately 5 feet. Charles was diagnosed with acromegaly, a condition triggered by excessive production of growth hormone. On July 15, 2024, he publicly requested specially made shoes and work clothing to continue his job as a metalworker and welder. He also mentioned needing a customized vehicle to move around more easily. Charles had to abandon school because he couldn't find footwear to fit his feet, measuring 16 inches or 40.6 centimeters. That same issue now threatens his welding apprenticeship. As the tallest person in the Volta region, Charles faces daily challenges: drivers refusing him public transport, lack of accessible workwear. But he's determined to keep going. He's one of 5 siblings, and the only one with this rare condition. Number 4. Pakirapa Hunagundi. In a small Indian village lives a man with an eating habit so bizarre it leaves everyone stunned. Meet Pakirapa Hunagundi, a man who snacks on things no one considers edible: bricks, mud, and loose stones. While most people crave spicy curries or sweet desserts, his appetite locks onto dirt and rubble. Every single day, Pakirapa chews through nearly 7 pounds of these non-food items. Yes, his meals consist of materials people walk on or use to build homes. He's followed this habit for over 20 years and claims it hasn't harmed him at all. He casually chips away at walls and roads, picking pieces to munch like treats. Shockingly, his teeth are still intact despite the rough diet. Doctors call it pica, a disorder that makes people crave items with no nutrition. Most cases involve chalk, paper, or ice. But Pakirapa's obsession with bricks and stones makes him truly one of a kind. He refuses normal food but lights up when handed mud. Number 3. Olivier Rioux. Olivier Rioux, known as the world's tallest teenager, stands at an incredible 7 feet 9 inches or 2.36 meters. He's currently studying at the University of Florida, where he's also developing his basketball career. His remarkable height has earned him global media attention and positioned him as one of basketball's most promising prospects. Since early childhood, Olivier was always significantly taller than his peers. His towering frame has led to public fascination and frequent photo requests. He has been recognized by the Guinness World Records as one of the youngest high achievers, appearing in the 2023 edition. This recognition not only celebrates his unusual height, but also marks his dedication and achievements at a young age. He continues to train seriously and improve his game, eyeing future opportunities in professional sports. His appearance and calm demeanor have made him a positive figure, especially among younger athletes who look up to him, both literally and figuratively, as an example of what's possible. Number 2. Chandra Bahadur Dangi. Chandra was born in 1939 in a remote village called Rimkoli in Nepal. From birth, it was obvious he was much smaller than other children, but his family didn't have access to proper medical care to understand why. As he grew, his height remained very short. By adulthood, he stood only 21.5 inches tall, making him the shortest man ever recorded. His condition came from a rare form of dwarfism that limited his body's growth. Because of his size, daily life was full of challenges. Simple things like reaching shelves, walking long distances, or even being noticed in a crowd were difficult. He never went to school and spent most of his life in his village, working as a weaver. For decades, he remained unknown until 2012, when Guinness World Records officially measured him. He later traveled the world and met the tallest man alive. Chandra passed away in 2015 at 75, leaving behind a legacy that proved size doesn't define a life. Number 1. Afeez Oladimeji. Afeez from Nigeria stands at an exceptional height of 7 feet 4.5 inches. He has spoken openly about both the challenges and upsides of living with such towering height. Videos online show him needing help from both sides just to navigate stairs. Initially self-conscious, Afeez eventually accepted the attention he received and began to embrace it. Surprisingly, he wasn't very tall during high school, but his growth surged in the following years, especially after episodes of illness. As he grew older, he started experiencing intense joint pain, similar to arthritis, and struggled with mobility. Physical activity became both necessary and difficult. His diet also shifted. He eats smaller portions to keep his weight manageable. He's also opened up about how dating has been complicated, with many women intimidated by his look. Fortunately, he's also found a partner who stands 5 feet 11 inches, but then in 2023, he died at the age of 47. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.